Hello guys, I'm Martin Manluki. I'm marketing manager here at Henry9 Graphics Studios. I would like to give you a sneak preview of what you will find in our amazing graphics package we call Henry9 Graphics Universal Collections. You may be wondering what are these collections? What is in this package for any purpose? Here is where you get to download very high quality vector graphics, images, and clip art for your blog, for your website, and many other online publications, for your advertisement campaigns, book illustrations, magazines, newspapers, business presentations, and so forth. Vectors for your graphic design studio. If you are a designer yourself, you will easily create awesome logos, cool banners, banner ads, animated GIFs, 2D cartoons, and so forth. You get to build your brand with our pre-made templates. First and foremost, after your order has gone through, you will be redirected to this page here. You will come to this page, and which says thank you for placing your order, blah blah blah. You get to read through the text, blah blah blah, yada 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 yada. You skim through it and you come down to this download button, this blue one below here, which says you start download. Then you click through and you wait for a few seconds, and you get passed through it. Here we are on your download page, and you get to see the packages. So let's begin with these first few packages. The first one is named Everyday Occupations, Careers, and Professions. This is your first collection. We have so many topics, subtopics are under this collection. For instance, we have professions in medical fields, professions in medical fields such as doctors, nurses, surgeons, vets, etc. We have professions in law enforcement. We have the police, the traffic officers, the lawyers, the judges, etc. And we have agriculture and farming. These are professions that go into production of food and things like livestock farming, poultry, and keeping barn animals, and growing crops, and so forth. So we have our next collection here with professions list, which is fire brigade, a firefighting team. These are guys who respond to emergency. We have also other profession related, these ones which take care of emergency response teams and Sometimes they carry out some rescue operations. uh, we still have more, and we have photography and filming industry. These are professions that are related to filming and photography business. And we have craftsmanship. These are occupations of skilled people, professions such as carpentry, sculpting, painting, poetry, etc. These are guys who have got given gifts, or as we generally call it. Uh, so these guys, they use their God-given ability to carry out their daily day-to-day activities. So that's just a collection, sub collections under the occupations under this package: everyday occupations, careers, and professions. So we move on to our next collection, which is popular sports. These are sports that are known all over the world. They are very famous. Everybody, both the young and the old, can easily identify with that kind of sport. For instance, we have sports in we have ball games such as football, basketball, rugby, tennis, hockey, and many more ball games. We have sports in athletics and Olympics. These are sports that are athletic in nature, and those that are common in the Olympics arena, such as 100 meters dash, relay race, marathon, long jump, high jump, javelin, shot put, pole vault, discus, etc. We have fighting and wrestling sports. These are sports that require special fighting and wrestling skills, such as boxing, karate, judo, taekwondo, kendo, fencing, bullfighting, sumo wrestling, etc. And then we have racing sports. These are popular racing sports such as horse racing, cycling, motorsports, MotoGP, Formula One, etc. We have snow and ice sports, sports that take place only in the snowy or icy regions of the world, such as snowboarding, alpine skiing, ice skating, ice hockey, cross-country skiing, etc. We have extreme sports. These are sports that are extremely dangerous, of which only a few enthusiasts dare to venture into them. These include wingsuit flying, skydiving, rock climbing, abseiling, mountain biking, bull riding, bungee jumping, and so forth. Those are just examples in the sports package. In this collection, popular sports, we still have many more inside the package. So we have also fitness and exercise. We have outdoor exercise, running, jogging, indoor exercises like bodybuilding exercise, like weightlifting, doing the the bike, riding the exercise bike, walking the treadmill, stretching, rolling over, and doing the yoga. If you are a fan of the yoga fitness club, or you are familiar with doing yoga as a way of getting fit, we have a lot of collections for that kind of exercise. So we are quite certain that you may like this collection, and many more uh, examples uh, in this collection. So we move on to our next collection, which is the Wild West. We have always loved the old American West, where bandits and outlaws roam free. The cowboys, the gunslingers, how wonderful it was to watch a gunfight, and the Red Indians roaming all over the place, looting, rampaging, and terrorizing the settlers. The wild West. And we move on to our next collection, which is people with their pets. These are a lot of folk love taking their dogs outdoors for a walk every evening in the neighborhood, in the parks, or you see a pretty lady patting her lovely poodle dog on her lap, or kids playing with their family dog in the compound. All these scenes are beautiful to watch. All pets, be it dogs, cats, fish, reptiles, they are all lovely. We all love pets. Now we move on to our next collection, which is weather and climate. Common weather conditions like rain, sunshine, cloud cover, snowy. Common climatic conditions like winter snow, autumn, spring, thaw, uh, the summer heat, and so forth. We also got extreme weather conditions like cyclones uh, and tornadoes, floods, droughts, etc. Move on to our next collection, which is education and academics. In this collection, you'll find bookworms, lots of them. Everything that revolves around academic environment, students with their teachers in the classrooms, happy graduates, study, and more studies. This is back to school and back to basics. We go to our next collection, which is military and warfare. This includes soldiers, combat troops, weapons like swords, guns, explosives, uh, grenades, landmines, military vehicles like tanks, trucks, armored vehicles, military aircrafts like fighter jets, bombers, helicopters, seagoing military vessels like battleships, aircraft aircraft carriers, submarines, and so forth. We have prehistoric peoples and creatures, which is our next collection here. Our early ancestors really had a very hard life when they had to live in caves for shelter, when they had to use rocks as tools and weapons, when they had to wait days, months, or even years just to receive a message. What a hard life it was. You also get to find the famous prehistoric creatures like the woolly mammoths, the saber-toothed cats, and the legendary dinosaurs. All prehistoric creatures, yeah. Then we move on to our next collection, which is fruits and vegetables. Fruits that we consume in our day-to-day lives, the one when you go to a grocery store or a supermarket. These are fruits that are known to nearly every person, even very young kids can easily identify them. uh, then you go to the next collection, which is sea creatures. These are sea and ocean mammals also, like whales, dolphins, sea lions, walrus, living creatures in the corals and the coral reefs, like the sea urchins, the sea anemone, the squids, the octopus, starfish, all kinds of fish, the sharks, the seashells on the seashore, and so much more. We have also land animals. Uh, these are common land animals, both the domestic and the wild animals. Those you find in the woods and those you find on the farm at home. We have included nearly all animals known. And then we have our next collection, which is common birds. Uh, we have got beautiful tropical birds found in the places like Amazonia, and the common domestic birds like the chicken, turkey, ducks, etc. Nearly all kinds of birds are listed, both the flying and the flightless. And then we move on to our next collection, which is agriculture and farming. We consume a lot of animal products like milk, beef, and hides from cows, chicken eggs, meat, and meat also from chicken. Then we also have honey from bees, and pork from pigs, and wool from sheep, and so forth. All these animals you will get on a typical farm. Then we go on to our next collection, which is bugs, or should I call them insects. The internationally commonly recognized term is insects, but there are other people who call them bugs, so let's just call them bugs. And you will see these tiny little mosquitoes thirsty for blood, or annoying cockroaches on the kitchen counter, ducking in and out of hiding, or some bed bugs laying in wait in your bed, waiting for you to go to sleep and then suck you dry of your precious blood. All bugs found both indoors or outdoors are included. Those you find inside people's homes, and those you find them in the backyards, and those you will find far away inside in the woods. This is a collection of commonly known bugs. And then we have commonly used tools and equipment. This includes lumbering tools used by the lumberjacks for chopping wood. We also have masonry tools, those that are used by construction guys and those who build houses with bricks. On masonry tools, we have gardening tools for those who clean the garden and do some work in the backyard. We have a lot of gardening tools. Workshop tools used by the carpenters. We have those tools for cleaning. We have lots of cleaning tools. We have knitting tools. We have outdoor camping tools. We have safety tools used by let's say the fire brigade and other people. Those tools are usually used for safety, as safety equipment by people. We have welding tools and so much more. We have amusement parks and pleasure playgrounds. Kids on a theme park enjoying themselves on things like merry-go-round, the swing, the roller coaster, the slide, the jungle gym. And this is not only just for kids, also adults also attend theme parks, and they have a good time there. We move on to our collections. The next collection, which is celebrations and public events. In this collection, we enlist celebrations that bring together an entire family or a community, like weddings, birthday parties, Easter and Christmas seasons, the Halloween, and so much more. And then I'll move on to the next collection, which is communication technology. Different mediums used in communication, like the mail, the old school mail, and the landline and mobile phones, and the radio and the television and the internet and email. All these different kind of communication technology are listed. We have our next collection, which is wearables. We have men's fashion, women's fashion, clothes, shoes, hats, earrings and necklaces, rings for the fingers, and bangles around the hands, watches, and so forth. We go on to our next collection, which is feelings and emotional expressions. This is one of our favorite collections, which we enlist a variety of human feelings and emotional expressions. We have got pleasant feelings like love, joy, happiness, and on the flip side, we have got also unpleasant feelings like confusion, anger, rage, fear, sorrow, and so forth. Then we move on to our next collection, which is multiculturalism, multiculture world. In this collection, the world is full of so many diverse, beautiful cultures. We have got people from all sorts of cultures, traditions, religions, races, and backgrounds. That is a collection for multiculturalism. And then we have our next collection, which is politics and world affairs. We have this collection. So we're asking, when will these superpowers stop fighting one another, so that the world peoples will continue, will finally live in peace. This is a collection, includes everything that concerns local, national, and international politics. We also include the other things like diplomacy. We have global issues like global problems that people face. This is for politics and world affairs. We have our next collection, which is foods, drinks, and dining. You'll find your favorite foods like drinks, fast foods, and whole meals. Maybe you might see a family having the evening meal at a table, and so forth. Holidays and out of season. Families packing up their belongings and heading to their favorite holiday destinations. Makers buzzing out and tanning their skin on a beachfront, having a good afternoon sun. This we have collections for holidays and out of season. For we have more collections here for social and legal issues. Uh, these are social and legal issues facing the society, like drugs, kidnapping, guns and gun violence, incarceration, burglary, smoking, drunkenness, police apprehension, courts, and the judicial systems, etc. And then we have daily hazards. This includes hazards and dangers we face in our day-to-day lives, dangers children face while playing at home and at school, dangers adults face while at work, etc. Uh, we move on to our next collection, which is housekeeping. Your average daily chores like doing laundry, washing dishes, vacuum cleaning, ironing, etc. We move on to the next collection, which is history and archaeology. I think this one speaks out for itself, so I'll move on to the next one straight away. If you are a fan of ancient Egypt or Egyptology, and you definitely love this collection. We move on to the next collection, which is tribal art, uh, tribal costume, tribal mask, tribal carvings, and artifacts and ceremonial rituals. These are issues that vectors that includes things of the recent past of many cultures of the world, which are most of them we will classify them as already dead or dying. So these are a collection of tribal art. We move on. There's still a lot more, so I will skim through the rest. I don't want to bore you to death for now, because if I keep going into detail in every collection, it might take forever. So I'll just skim through the remaining others. We have popular entertainment, we have Arabia and the Middle East, we have business success, a collection of people celebrating their hard work and success. They like to make it rain afterwards. Then we have robots and robotics technology. We have rocket science and satellite technology. We have transportation in air, land, and sea. We have grooming and personal hygiene. This is grooming and personal hygiene. We have environmental issues like pollution and conservation. We have flora, vegetation, and landscapes. These are mostly about plants and plant varieties on a given landscape. And we have office environment at work. We have boot camps and outdoor adventures. We have recreational games. We have mythical creatures, heroes, and action figures. We have outdoor recreation. We have music and musical instruments. We have computers and computing technology. We have scientific equipment and experimentation. We have colorful backgrounds. We have logo templates. If, as we have already mentioned earlier, if you are a logo design, you are an a graphic designer yourself, we have plenty of logo templates here. You can just modify and edit it and build into your own brand. We have national symbols, emblems, and world flags. We have most world flags, the flags of the world included here, like things like the coat of arms, the seals, and the symbols of nations. We have also medical images and equipment. These are things mostly you find in hospitals, the hospital environment, the scanning tools and equipment, the screening, the testing, and doctors, nurses, whatever. These are medical images and equipment. We have buildings, houses, and large structures. We have home appliances. These are most of the tools we use in your home. We say generally they are electrical appliances, if we may use that word correctly. And then we have web buttons and icons. These are common web buttons, like the download button you see below here in an example. These are web buttons, especially like the social media icons, and so many more. We have energy and power, and you have stationery. These are pens, tools, everything that has to do with stationery. We have world famous landmarks and buildings, like the Liberty statue in New York, one of the famous in the world. So we have listed those vectors, so that you can know those landmarks, and when it's your time to travel around the world, you can easily identify and spot them. So we have this collection, world famous landmarks and buildings. And then we have the heavenly bodies. This includes the sun, the moon, and the stars, the planets, and everything that has to do with the astronomy, or the heavens, or the skies, the night skies. We have wealth, luxury, and extravagance. We have industries and industrial complexes. We have the home furniture. These are furniture both in home and the office and elsewhere. We have charts and infographics. We have comfort zones. We have also home decor. We also have cutlery and kitchenware. We have cards and certificates, mostly like the identity documents, the cards that are commonly issued. We have navigation and world maps. This is our last collection. That's the last name in our list for today, and we have got over 60. We have 60 plus different topics to which we have covered now. And imagine all this stuff you get for just $5. What are you waiting for? We have got a little text down here. Yes, your license agreements, you get to read through it. It is a PDF format. We have a little bit of text down here. Let me enlarge it so that you can see it properly, which says promote us, instantly become an affiliate by sharing our link on your social media or whatever account, place on the web, as a way of saying kudos, congrats for your amazing product. Feel free to let your thousands or even millions of fans get to know us. And that's all you need to do. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.